Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Late Night Hustle with Late Night Entertainment,
And this is David, aka Azer, with Late Night Entertainment.
aka Mr. Will Take Your Girlfriend.
Sometimes.
But you can call me whatever you want, just don't call me after 12, because
Shut
my
up.
kids will be asleep.
Shut up. But today, well, actually, let's get this off of our chest real quick.
What's going on, man?
It's been a while. We've been gone for like the longest time and shit. And yeah, we're back and we've been.
What were we going to talk about?
Yeah, we're talking about how we were gone for.
Oh yeah, we were going out for like a long time.
Almost a year, actually.
Yeah, if you really look back into the videos that we made, it was like 9 or 10 months ago.
8 months ago was the last video that we did.
That's crazy. It's just we've been busy pretty much. It's not. It's like
And you were
things-
out with internet, right, or something like
Yeah, I didn't have internet for the longest time because I got into an apartment and all that stuff, so I really didn't mess around with all that stuff. You know what I mean?
that? Yeah.
But now we're gonna get back into it. Really, we're gonna start making videos as
Yeah.
often as we can, pretty much.
Yeah, we'll just go as we'll make videos as we go. Really, we can't say when we're gonna be making videos, but when we have time. we're
Yeah,
really
because
gonna be making
try to
videos.
follow a steady schedule is gonna be hard, you know. Cause, yeah, it's just hard with work and stuff and
Yeah.
life. But today we want to talk about a few topics actually, with a whole lot of video games and music coming up.
Yeah,
And one of the big ones that's coming up right now is what's it called?
Red Dead Redemption 2 from Rockstar Games, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm pretty sure you'll probably end up getting it.
I mean, I'll probably end up getting it, but to be honest, man, like I've never really played it that much.
I didn't really play the first one. What's the name? Gabe and them, they were playing it a lot more than me. Then by the
Yeah.
time I got into it, it was like they were not really playing it as much.
Yeah, like you got into it pretty like later on.
Yeah,
pretty much.
like-
Because
but
it came
was-
out what in 2011 or
I think
10,
I don't remember exactly, but it was like around that time, maybe 2009, around there.
and you got into it like what 12, 13?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah,
Sounds like
the
DLC was already out and everything.
yeah, the what do you call it, the zombies or whatever?
Yeah, the
it came out
zombie
with?
one.
Yeah.
That's when I got it. When the zombie
Oh, for real?
one, a little bit.
Like when it used to be at Walmart, I remember that.
Mhm.
It was like $20. You don't have to buy the game
Yeah.
because it came with it. I remember that. But this Red Dead, the new one's pretty. It looks pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, it looks like
real.
Rockstar are pulling all the strings, man, to make this game as detailed as it can be. And basically, the gameplay that what the woman was talking about, the narrator, made it seem like, man, you can basically it's gonna feel like real life and everything. Like in
Yeah,
that
that's
time.
what I was like. I was getting to. I was getting kind of like this RPG kind of thing into it. Like it's not just a GTA game. I don't want to call it a clone because it is Rockstar making it.
They're
but-
definitely using the same engine.
It uses not the exact, but a little bit better engine into it. But they also put in like a lot of simulation into it.
Yeah, a lot of-
Because they say you could choose what you eat, what you wear, what you want to do, if you even want to bathe.
Yeah,
That's,
and
what does that
let
have
your
to do
beard
with
grow
it?
down, as you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
in that gameplay video. And but yeah, there was a part 1 to that. Well, the first gameplay trailer to that,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed how you can help people or don't help them. Innocent people, just random, like people that are just walking in the streets or whatever. Or
Oh,
you-
so they ask you for help? They just come up to you and like.
there was
"Hey,
one part where this guy was about to fall down. He was hanging out for dear life, like at a cliff.
Uh-huh.
You can either choose to help him or you can just leave him, and leave him there to die.
I wonder if you don't help them, it'll come back to like haunt you.
Yeah, it can. It can. Some of them, like they'll remember you. And they'll be like, yeah, because you know, someone's dead or you killed, my husband, brother, whatever.
It's like I need revenge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna avenge my little brother. You didn't want to help him, they cliff. But man, but it looks really, really good, man. Like for real, it looks real. It looks like it's probably gonna end up being like game of the year or something.
Yeah, this is coming out in 2 days actually, or tomorrow night at 11:00 p.m.
Well, yeah. Now we're filming this on Wednesday, the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll come out. It actually comes out on the 26th, right?
Yeah, the 26th.
At midnight, which is tomorrow.
I don't know why they say it's gonna be 26 because 11:00 is not even freaking the next day already.
It's probably like they go by Pacific time or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like an hour ahead or whatever it is.
It's Eastern time actually.
Eastern. What? You're over here
Shut
being
up.
scientific. But you know what I mean. But that game, I mean, we're probably. I don't know if I'm gonna get it day one.
Mhm.
I'm not a big fan.
I
like
already
that.
have it pre-downloaded. It's already ready just to get.
Well, you're
going.
over here. I mean, you're a fanboy to the
I'm
extreme.
not a fanboy.
He's a PS3 fanboy too.
Bullshit. Actually.
But I don't really. I blame you for that. It looks like a really good game. I'll probably end up getting it.
Mhm.
But it's just like, to me, it's like it takes GTA 5 to the extreme. Like they really, like, this is what all the stuff that I feel they should have put in GTA 5, all the like role playing aspects to it. But now that because it's in a Western aspect, I feel like it's going to be a lot more well developed, more manly kind of. You know what I mean?
I like the Western setting even more than modern day GTA 5. Because to be honest, like GTA 5 was like, it was really a disappointment to me, and it just didn't feel right. But this one, it really feels like they really tried their hardest to like really make this game so enjoyable.
Because it's like there's nothing else you can compare it to really on the market. Like a Western, who else makes a Western world game, like open world game?
I mean, nobody anymore, really.
So they can just do whatever they want, and however they want, and release it whenever they want. But in GTA, they can make clones here, they can make clones there.
Yeah.
Everything's like, you know what I mean?
You know what you're gonna get with that.
Yeah.
But the one thing that has me worried with the game is the multiplayer. It's gonna be delayed by 1 month, which also happened in GTA 5. And when that came out, it was basically impossible to get into the game. A lot of stuff was just broken. It was really broken. So hopefully,
you join the game and get kicked out.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't repeat what happened with GTA 5 when this multiplayer gets released.
Hey man, I heard on GTA 5 a lot of people started spending money on it, and then they end up having like nothing anymore.
Man, that was I didn't spend too much. I spent probably like almost 100, if not 100 something on there. But that was it. But other people I know that spend a shitload more.
And they just
I stopped doing it because I just realized, man, everything revolves around money on GTA 5. So I hope this one ain't really like that. So.
I hope that it's like that. You just work harder to get the weapons that you want, that kind of stuff. They don't like pay to win. Is that what it's
pay
called?
to win basically.
Yeah. I hope it's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope they don't have that gambling thing.
Oh, you're talking about
like you don't know what you're gonna get in the box.
Oh yeah, loot boxes.
Yeah,
like
loot boxes.
I'm
not a big fan of that.
I'm not a big fan of it either, but I really don't think this is a type of game that could have something like that.
Think so, but after all the controversy with EA and all that stuff, you think
that makes them more inclined to probably not do it.
That's what I'm thinking.
But GTA 5 didn't even have loot boxes at all. Not that I know.
They just had cash cards, right? Is that what they're
cash
called?
cards?
Yeah. Which
I
think
spending on that really.
Huh?
I'm glad I stopped spending on those shop cards.
Man,
it's just worthless.
If you spend $100, I mean, I don't really blame you.
It was close to there. I don't think it was really 100.
But still, any amount of money, really. I'd rather spend it on DLC. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Spend it on like DLC on a really good game.
I really learned my lesson right there, so I'm not gonna really. I don't really mess around with like pay to win stuff anymore.
It's not really worth it.
Mm-hmm. I'm just wasting money for nothing.
Oh man, but you know what I completely forgot about?
What?
You know what other game is gonna come out? But I really do not know the date because I haven't really looked into it that much. But Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, that's actually. I think they have a public beta out or something like that now.
Public beta, so I can go download it and just like chicka play it.
Well, I don't think it's public. I think you have to pre-order the game to get it. So
man, don't get my hopes up like that. You know I was about to turn on the Xbox. But man, but I don't know, man. To be honest, like I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that it's multiplayer.
I've always wanted a game like those type of games to be like multiplayer.
Yeah.
But they changed up the VATS. Like it's still in there, but everybody's still moving around.
Yeah.
Now
it's kind of like what other game did I see something like that? I don't know if it was GTA 5 where you still had. I don't think it was GTA 5. It might have been like an older game. Where like on the single player you had like powers, but then you go to multiplayer, you still had powers, but everything was still moving at the same time.
Yeah, because it's like they have to balance it out.
Yeah, but the one thing, like I was watching this one dude play Fallout 76 online, and he was talking about how like you can go for like an hour without actually seeing anybody.
Yeah. And
without any dialogue, which is really crazy for any Fallout game because it's like Fallout's all about dialogue. You're reading text. You hearing a conversation going on.
Yeah.
And this dude was just like, man, you jump into the game, nothing is really going on. And then like 20 minutes into the game, you actually get to fight a few animals.
Yeah.
But apart from that, like maybe an hour or something into it, that's when you actually get some dialogue. He said that at first it felt kind of weird, like getting used to it. He says he wasn't sure because the guy that I watched, they said they invited him into like this private room to show him the game.
Okay.
But he said he didn't really get to see the map, but he's guessing that they probably made the map even bigger.
I mean, it has to be, yeah. If you
to fit that many people into the map. And he says he didn't bump into anybody.
How many people is supposed to be in the lobby?
I haven't even read into it that much, man. I'm hoping at least like, 50?
Nah, I don't think they'll go that far. That'd be way too much for those type of games. Maybe like 16, I could see.
16.
Or something like that, or 20 players.
Well, look
maybe.
at a map like PUBG. You barely bump into anybody, and the map is as big as it is.
Because I feel like it'll be too disruptive for the gameplay of those type of games. Because you're going on quests, people can go in and just screw your stuff up big time.
True. Oh, that's what this guy was scared about too,
Mm-hmm.
because he started seeing random things, but it ended up being like quest, which
Yeah.
is weird. Like you would do a certain thing, and it would like make a quest appear all of a sudden. And he said he started worrying that he was bumping into other people that were
Yeah.
causing this, but he said that's just the way the game is. It's just random. He says that things just appear randomly.
Mm-hmm.
That every time you play it, it's like not the same, not the same
Okay.
quest.
So it's always, the world's always not going on.
Yeah, changing.
Okay.
That's one of the games I'm really looking forward to. Even though it's not like a traditional Fallout,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking forward to it. Probably gonna get that.
Yeah, I completely, until you brought it up, I completely forgot about that game.
Not that many people talk about it actually.
It's because I wasn't really into Fallout 4. That was,
That's my Fallout's my game.
even with mods and stuff, I couldn't really get into it.
I remember trying to play your save. You had like mods. You had like a lightsaber and all that stuff to it.
I had like clone troopers, like costumes or whatever suits.
And then you had like superpowers, so you're like super strong. You just kill everything with one. I was like, man, this
I
takes the
couldn't even
whole.
die either.
It takes the whole purpose of the game out.
I actually started playing it without, all that stuff on
It's
there.
really fun.
I just did like little ones that, I just aesthetic type of things.
Yeah.
But that was about it, really.
It's like for me, that game is like me, the type of person I am. It's like I like going into something and being able to fix it little by little,
Mhm.
and that's what Fallout is. Like you do little things by little things by little things.
From what I heard, the story is actually pretty damn good.
For
Like
Fallout
sites
4?
and stuff that you can pick on there.
Well, Fallout 4,
Mhm.
it's all right. Not gonna lie, a little bit weird here and there.
Okay.
But if I had to pick a storyline, the Fallout 3.
Okay. Yeah, Fallout 3 was good. That's the one I actually beat. New Vegas, I didn't beat. I got stuck somewhere because it glitched up to where I couldn't.
Oh, that game was full of glitches, man. You
I
get
couldn't
stuck
get
on
out of
walls,
this
you
area.
get stuck in anything.
I had to escape some encampment or something, but yeah, it basically ruined my experience. I couldn't really do nothing after that. And that was towards the end too.
Damn. You should have seen the first time I played Fallout 3. Like I bought it, and then I couldn't really get into it
Mhm.
because I didn't. I really thought it was like a kind of like a Call of Duty game, like a first person shooter.
Okay.
So I got into it, and I was like, man, this is way too hard.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I getting killed so much? And then I quit, and then it played for like a year.
Mhm.
It was just sitting there, but I didn't feel like selling it.
Yeah.
Because I knew, like, I'm going to get into this game. And then I tried it. I was hooked. Oh, man. But I'm really looking forward to Fallout 76. That's really one of the games that I really, really want to get.
All right. So switch the topic. Let's talk about music now, and that's something we really like talking about.
Oh, man.
And let's talk about Lil Wayne's latest album.
The Carter 5. We've been waiting for it for, like, 6 years, 7 years.
I was hyped up when I heard about it and everything,
Heck, yeah.
but I don't know. It was. I don't want to say it was bad. It's just I couldn't really vibe to it. Really, it's just not even the track that has Kendrick Future on it.
Yeah, it
I
was
love
okay.
Kendrick. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm a Kendrick fanboy, but it
did
was
bad.
alright. It wasn't nothing like special.
Did you watch that interview that he did with Tidal?
Mm.
Lil Wayne, they asked him about every track by track and asking him what he was thinking about in this track, what he was thinking about in that. They asked him about that Kendrick song.
Mm-hmm.
He said that they recorded it like 5 years ago.
Damn.
So this is the Pimp a Butterfly kind of Kendrick. You know,
Okay.
when he's rapping really weird, when he was trying to do some weird, well, not weird, but just new things.
Yeah,
That's
it
why
was
he's
really-
rapping that way.
I don't know what you want to call it, what Kendrick was doing around this time, but
Yeah, it was kind of
He
like a
was
jazzy kind of thing.
like a jazzy type of thing, and then he was more like, I don't want to say Black Power type of shit, but
It was. I mean, that's basically what
it
it
was
was.
more like
I feel like it
about
was,
what's going on with the government and how they treat the black people. Yeah.
and that's what he was saying. That's what Lil Wayne was talking about. That's what was made 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's that Kendrick from that time.
Yeah.
So that's why it sounds a little bit different.
Which I feel like it was not really more. It was more just like a rapper, just trying to.
come out of the box kind of thing. They try things.
Yeah, and basically he was trying to shoot his vision or whatever, something like that. And now compared to when he So it wasn't him from when he was on to Good Kid, Mad City, and then Damn.
It was like in right in between.
Mm-hmm. So he wasn't really a lyricist at that time, at least to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But have you actually listened to the meaning in that song? What they're talking about?
Because I've heard it like one. I think I heard it twice, but since I couldn't vibe to it, I kind of wasn't. I don't know. It didn't really make me pay too much attention to it.
Like it's basically like you heard that R. Kelly with Usher's on The Same Girl.
Yeah.
Where they're talking about messing around with the same girl.
Mhm.
That's basically what this is, and it's like Kendrick's girlfriend is cheating on him with Lil Wayne.
Okay.
And that really, really messed up is that her phone rings in the middle of the song, and the ringtone is Lil Wayne, and Kendrick goes off on her on the song. But apart from that I mean, the album was a little bit let down, to be like for real.
Yeah, I was expecting like a more old school Lil Wayne when everybody was considering him best rapper alive.
I kind of feel like this is like thrown together and just put out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he was going through all that problems
With
Cash Money and Birdman. I'll just say fuck that dude. But
like a lot of the songs, I know they were made 5 or 6 years ago. So I kind of feel like he made them at that time, and he made all the music. And then now that he's able to release it, he was just like, I'm gonna put the best tracks that I recorded back then and just release it.
did the best he can with editing and all that stuff.
Yeah. One of the only new songs that he had on there was the one with Nicki Minaj.
I don't think I heard that one.
She sings in it. It makes no sense. I don't like it.
Okay. But I feel like when he releases a new album, the next one, I feel it's gonna be like a lot better because
Hopefully.
he'll, I don't know, I feel like he'll have a fire lit up his ass, to where he just wants to prove something.
Kind of like Eminem. He just boom, come out with
my
something
God,
like
yeah,
fire.
From Revival into what, Kamikaze?
Kamikaze, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's talking about. Like, he came out with Revival, which was to Kamikaze.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey.
Because it kind of made him seem like a hypocrite with stuff he was talking about in Revival.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came up with Kamikaze and basically shit on everybody, every single person.
And he really did give a lot of these people careers right after dissing him. Because a lot of these people, nobody were even talking about him.
Or MGK.
For real. But MGK was messed up about the stuff that he was saying about Eminem's wife. Not a wife, but kid.
Yeah, his kid, his daughter.
Yeah. But
she was underage or something like that when he tweeted something back then.
At that time, I think right now she's like 19, 20.
Something like that. I think she's of age now.
Yeah, those tweets were like 4 or 5 years ago.
I think she was like 16, 17 around the time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you even be tweeting that stuff? That's my question.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a dope album from this year, Kamikaze. Lil Wayne, the Carter 5. That's the same thing, man. Like, I just feel like it was just thrown together.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't have anything else. One song I really do like is the one with Manny Fresh.
Oh, that was the one I was meaning to get to. That was on the album, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to get to
I need
that
to
one.
listen to that track again because it's been a little bit since I listened to it, but I just remember that song was like, dang, this is like bringing me back.
Okay.
Because Manny Fresh has his own style.
Yeah,
to
Manny
music.
Fresh is a freaking beast.
Man.
But let's talk about you did a video on this guy, ASAP Rocky, his latest album. You were talking in your latest, well, not the latest video, but your past video. You were talking about what his new album could be. So
yeah, at that time, that video is completely like
8 months ago, I think.
Yeah, I didn't even know testing was coming out.
Yeah, testing.
But now that it came out, what do you think, man?
Actually, I think it's like good. It's not like really good, but I liked it a lot.
A few of the singles, I kind of like them.
What was it?
ASAP Forever.
ASAP Forever. Yeah, I like that one. Gang. And then I was about to say Shabba.
Shabba Ranks. No, that's how you do it.
That's ASAP Ferg, a whole different person. But
Shabba Ranks.
What was that song?
You're talking about
the British rapper. Dude.
Yeah, I can't.
Skepta?
So.
Okay. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is dope, man. Hey, for
That song
real.
is dope. I was like, man, this is shit I like too.
That's the one that's on repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the one on my playlist. I keep pressing on it.
That's a really good song, man. That's what really got me hooked on that album. That's what made me start listening to it because I didn't even know it was part of the album.
Exactly. I feel like once this song came out, I was like, man, I'm looking forward to this album.
Yeah.
Because before that, I think that he came out with that Block Boy JB song.
I think so, yeah.
I forgot the name of it, though.
Yeah,
I just listened to it today.
I don't remember the name of it, too.
It's like, But it was more like a club song.
Mm-hmm.
But Praise the Lord, man.
I don't know. It's like I want ASAP to go back to when he was first blowing up. Remember when he came out with Long Live ASAP?
Ooh.
Man, that one was blowing up. But now I like it. Like he's doing his own thing, and he's like just experimenting with his music now. But it's still, this latest album it feels like a little bit to how he was back then.
It's like, yeah, he's trying to find a mixture. That's what I think. He's trying to find a mixture of what it was back then to what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of. I was looking into this. They said that a lot of stuff that from back then, from his mixtape
Mm-hmm.
to his first album, it was all based on this kind of like this group that was coming up back then.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Black Hippie. It was something else. It was another group, like really underground group.
Okay.
And like a lot of the stuff that A$AP Rocky was doing was based off of them being like wearing emo colors,
Okay.
wearing the A$AP with the like backwards A and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Remember that? That's all the stuff that they were based off of them. So pretty much A$AP Rocky was like copying them, and then he did his own thing.
He has some crazy ass outfits he be wearing, man.
Yeah, but then
Some of
like
them be looking clean as heck.
hell yeah, but then in Allah, the second album, he was trying to do his own thing. He
Mhm.
came out more with like
Which one was that one? The LSD one?
yeah, the one with LSD.
Okay.
It was a good CD. Like in all, it
Mhm.
was a good CD.
It was more like, it's because Yams had just died, and so that was more influenced with his death. So it was more like a depressing one type of,
Kind of.
more like a sad style type of album.
Yeah, because the first CD had like more of the feel good kind of music, and the second one was kind of like, yeah, like you said, more depressing, more mellow kind of music.
And this latest one, Testing, is more like actual music. Like he's just really just trying to create music.
Hey,
with
maybe
it.
that's why the name is Testing, because he's just
Mhm.
testing the waters on
Mhm.
certain things. Maybe so.
Yeah,
But I'm
for
really
real.
looking. I'm really looking forward to it. Hearing more than A$AP Rocky.
Mhm.
Even though he doesn't sell that much, because from what I heard, he probably sells like 60,000.
Something like that.
So it's not that good, but it's good enough to keep it going. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
It's because he's more out there. Like
Yeah, he
because
has
he
his
disappeared
own.
for a bit.
Yeah, true.
That's what hurts right there.
It's like he wasn't even featured on anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he came out with "Drop It" or that one song.
You talking about the one with Juicy J?
No. Famous Dex. He came out with a song.
Oh
with
yeah,
Famous Dex.
it was off of his album, right? Famous Dex album.
I think so. I don't think it was an
Yeah,
A$AP Rocky's album.
Yeah, it was, I think, Famous Dex, because I have
Up until then, I hadn't heard anything about A$AP Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Oh yeah, he did that. He did do that one song with Pusha T, the one I was telling you about, MPA.
MPA, yeah.
He did. He was doing a hook on it, but apart from that, I really didn't hear that many features from A$AP.
Alright.
I heard more about Ferg. He was doing a lot more than
Yeah,
A$AP.
Ferg was really doing
Rocky.
well. I haven't really listened to Ferg, really. I need to hear
He
his
came out with a
stuff.
new album, and it's like I really haven't listened to it.
Hmm.
But he's dope though. I like Rocky. I mean, I like Ferg. I'm over here.
Yeah, Ferg.
But what happened to the rest of them? You remember A$AP and
Yeah, no.
and all those other dudes?
Yeah, there was another dude, I can't remember his name.
Nast, A$AP Nast.
I don't know. It's like, who knows what they're doing now? They probably just don't have no idea what to do with their music, or they weren't that talented as Ferg and
Right,
Rocky
so
were.
they weren't like accepted like Rocky and Ferg were.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I did listen to this really old song from like 2010 from A$AP Ferg. You would think that his style would change. He's still doing the same style.
Okay.
It's like damn, like the
Yeah, I can see that.
like damn, like like it's tight. That's a nice song. And but A$AP Rocky did change his style,
Mm-hmm.
which is not bad. I like it. But what else has been coming out, man, lately that we can really get into a lot of it?
I mean, XO in general. We can just talk about them.
Because you said The Weeknd was working on an album. He went to like another country,
Mhm.
right, to look at another album.
Hold on. Let's talk about this first.
What's going on?
Let's talk about Kanye West's shenanigans
Oh,
that he's
man.
been going. Whatever's been going on with him, man.
Uh,
You knew more about this, though, because you...
Yeah, I follow Kanye West like to the back of my hand. 'Cause even if that doesn't make any
You had that
sense,
one long sleeve shirt, right? The Life of Pablo?
I still got that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I want to say like 2 or 3 months ago, Kanye West went on TMZ right after he came out supporting Trump. You
Mhm.
heard about this?
Yeah, I know about him.
He said that slavery was a choice and all this stuff.
Okay.
It's just that he wouldn't change his mind about it. And there's like people there trying to argue with him, like, "Hey, man, you're completely wrong," and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So then on like the day after that, he went on Twitter or something like that, or either on Twitter or CNN, and he was like, "I'm sorry about that." He apologized for what he did, and he says that his words were taken wrong. So he's pretty much blaming the other people instead of blaming himself. So that was cool and all. But then Pusha T comes out with this this song. Adonis, the story of Adonis. Yeah, and he comes out with that Drake has a kid and all that stuff. And well, that's like, this is two separate stories, but we'll go back to Kanye West here in a little bit. So yeah, that comes out with Adonis. He comes out with that Drake has a little kid. Pretty much information that nobody knew about. It was just between Drake and then some people that he told, that he trusted. And during all this, Drake released Duppy, and he released, they were fighting back and forth. And Drake came out saying that he was blaming Kanye West for releasing this information. And that's where it gets crazy, though. He's saying that. Did you see that interview that he did with LeBron? With Drake
on that one show on HBO, The Shop.
Yeah, he said that.
I haven't seen that yet.
You haven't seen it? Man, you want me to explain it to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so Drake went on there saying that Kanye West invited him to Wisconsin. This is where Kanye West made Ye, his latest album that came out like a month ago, 2 months ago. And he was out there in Wisconsin, and he called up Drake, and he was like, "Hey man, can you come up here? I'm working on some music. I don't think I'm about to release an album, but I really want your input on certain things." And Drake was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go out there. I really look up to this dude, and I see him as a friend. So I'm gonna go out there and fly out there just to check him out." But he said that before he got there, the day before, he sent 40 Shabib, his producer, just to set up his equipment, to see if everything's set up for him and all that stuff. And he said that that day, 40 called him up and it's like, "Hey Drake, something's fishy about this dude. He's not working on just music, he's working on an album."
Yeah.
So Drake was like, "Man, it's just whatever, I'll still go." So he went to Wisconsin. He said he had a conversation with Kanye, and that's where he released all the information. Like, he showed him a picture like, "Hey, this is my kid." Like, just telling him all the problems that he had with with women, with the woman, with the baby mama, and all that stuff. So this is the whole story that Drake is saying in that interview with LeBron. So he's saying that there is no way that Pusha T knew all this information if it wasn't for Kanye West. This is what's going, like Drake is trying to put thoughts together.
Does Drake already know that the kid's actually his, basically?
Yeah, they've done all that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they did a DNA test. Like, Drake is like paying child support, and just he only has like problems with the baby mom.
Okay.
So all that's settled. Like, he has a kid. But the Drake, he's getting mad because he feels like Kanye West just messed him up.
Yeah.
Just set him up. Oh, and apart from all this, Kanye West gave a beat to Drake for coming out there.
Yeah.
Because he said that they did nothing but just listen to music. And Drake did write a little bit of lyrics for Kanye, but he thought it was just like messing around. But for all that, Kanye West was like, "Hey man, just for coming out here, I'm gonna give you this beat, and you can do whatever you want with it."
Yeah.
So Drake got the beat, and Drake, he said he started working on it with 40. He started working like writing lyrics and stuff like
40
that.
40 his producer, right?
Yeah, 40, his producer, the bald guy.
Yeah.
He said that when he came back to, I think, Los Angeles or whatever city he was in, Kanye West came out with "Lift Yourself," using that same beat that he had just given Drake.
So he didn't let him use that beat, basically.
He just fooled him into coming out there.
Damn.
And you know what? Kanye West was saying nothing but just like retarded stuff on it. He's a skibbity boop, da boop, skibbity boop. And Drake was like, got mad because he's like, "Man, you just wasted a beat just to make me feel bad."
Right
yeah,
there.
like, this super disrespectful for me. Like, you're supposed to have given me this beat and you just like mumbling on it. It makes no sense. So that's what Drake was mad about. So it comes out.